Do you want to speak English with confidence? Do you want your words to come out smoothly when it matters? And do you sometimes forget simple phrases when you speak? Imagine this. You're about to talk. Your hands feel tense. Your mouth is dry. And your mind goes blank. You want to speak, but nothing comes out. That ends today. In this video, you'll practice 210 simple and useful sentences. These are perfect for B1 to B2 learners. They're clear, natural, and ready to use every day. I'll say the sentence, you repeat. I'll say it again. You shadow my voice. The more you repeat, the more natural you will sound. I'm Megan, your teacher here at English by the Day. Today's practice is divided into 3 parts. Part 1, easy and short sentences. Part 2, normal and intermediate sentences. And Part 3, more challenging longer sentences. Stay with me until the end. By the last sentence, you'll feel more fluent and confident than ever. Ready? Let's start. Part 1, easy sentences. I wake up at 6. I stretch and breathe. I make my bed neatly. I open the window. I drink a glass of water. I prepare a simple breakfast. I check my schedule. I leave home on time. I walk to the bus stop. I listen to a short podcast. I say hello to my neighbors. I arrive at work early. I turn on my computer. I read my emails first. I write a quick to-do list. I focus on one task. I take short breaks. I stand and stretch. I drink tea at noon. I bring lunch from home. I eat slowly and mindfully. I chat with a colleague. I go back to work. I finish an important task. I learn a new word. I review yesterday's notes. I stay calm under pressure. I ask clear questions. I help a teammate kindly. I thank people for support. I leave work on time. I call my family. I buy fresh vegetables. I cook a simple dinner. I set the table carefully. I eat with gratitude. I wash the dishes. I wipe the counter. I tidy the living room. I water the plants. I read for 20 minutes. I write a short journal. I plan tomorrow's tasks. I prepare my clothes. I pack my work bag. I charge my phone. I brush and floss. I wash my face gently. I put on pajamas. I turn off bright lights. I stretch before bed. I breathe in deeply. I feel thankful today. I let go of stress. I close my eyes. I rest my body. I sleep peacefully. I wake with energy. I speak kindly to myself. I practice English daily. I repeat simple phrases. I copy native rhythm. I focus on clear sounds. I slow down my speech. I smile when I speak. I listen more than I talk. I learn from mistakes. I try again calmly. I enjoy small progress. I believe in my growth. Part 2, intermediate sentences. I'm looking forward to the weekend. She always takes care of her health. We decided to stay home because of the rain. He is trying to improve his English skills. They invited us to their birthday party. I've been studying for 3 hours. The shop was closed when I arrived. She speaks English better than her brother. We will travel abroad next summer. The food smells delicious in the kitchen. I forgot to bring my wallet today. He usually wakes up before sunrise. She enjoys watching movies in the evening. We went shopping but didn't buy anything. I'm interested in learning new languages. He hasn't finished his homework yet. The children are excited about the trip. I couldn't understand what he said. She asked me to help her move a table. We are planning to visit our grandparents. He's been working here for 5 years. I'm waiting for my friend at the station. The teacher explained the lesson clearly. They want to buy a new house. I tried to call you, but your phone was off. The company offered him a better job. I need to finish this report by tomorrow. We stayed in a hotel near the beach. She has already eaten dinner. He is thinking about changing his career. They didn't tell us the truth. I hope you had a good weekend. The train was delayed because of the weather. I couldn't find a book you asked for. She is the tallest girl in the class. We decided to meet at the cafe. He has a strong interest in technology. I was surprised by the news. She is listening carefully to the teacher. He often goes jogging in the morning. I want to learn how to cook Italian food. We stayed home instead of going out. She works very hard during the week. The bus didn't stop at the station. He likes to read newspapers online. I'm waiting for the results of my exam. She doesn't agree with your opinion. We need to leave early tomorrow morning. Although it was raining, they kept playing outside. She couldn't attend the meeting because she was unwell. He has been studying English since he was a child. If I had more time, I would learn another language. They managed to finish the project before the deadline. She explained the situation so that everyone could understand. Despite being tired, he kept working late into the night. I wish I could travel around the world someday. The book was so interesting that I read it twice. He didn't pass the test, although he studied very hard. She apologized for being late to the party. We had already eaten by the time she arrived. If it rains tomorrow, we will cancel the trip. He promised to call me as soon as he arrived. They had been waiting for the bus for over an hour. She looked as if she had seen a ghost. I would have helped you if I had known. He asked me whether I liked the movie or not. By the time we reached the station, the train had left. She is saving money in order to buy a new laptop. I'll lend you the book once I finish reading it. Although he is young, he is very talented. They moved to the city for better job opportunities. She told me that she would help me later. Even though it was late, they continued the discussion. He left the room without saying a word. If you practice daily, your English will improve quickly. She acted as if she knew the answer. Part 3. Advanced Sentences. The movie was not as interesting as I expected. By the time we arrived, the show had already started. If you had studied harder, you would have passed. He asked me how long I had been waiting. The book contains valuable information about history. Although she was nervous, she gave a great speech. I wonder if he will join us for dinner. He pretended that he was sick to avoid work. The test was more difficult than I thought. She smiled as though she had won a prize. If I had known earlier, I would have prepared. The film was so boring that I fell asleep. She explained why she couldn't come yesterday. I regret not taking that chance last year. He acted as if nothing had happened. By the end of this course, you'll be more fluent. Although it's hard, I'll keep trying to improve. She wondered why he hadn't replied to her message. If you keep practicing shadowing, you will sound natural. The teacher praised the students for their hard work. He was promoted because he showed great dedication. They moved to another city to start a new life. Although the task was difficult, they completed it on time. She spoke so quietly that I could barely hear her. He apologized for forgetting my birthday. The company expanded rapidly over the last few years. If I had saved more money, I could have traveled abroad. She gave me advice that changed my perspective. The road was closed due to heavy rain. Even if I fail, I will try again. They arrived late because the traffic was terrible. He stayed calm, even when things went wrong. Although she was tired, she kept smiling. The view from the mountain was absolutely beautiful. I didn't realize how late it was until I looked at the clock. If you study a little every day, your memory will improve. He didn't know whether to laugh or cry. She couldn't decide what to wear to the interview. They continued working even after the deadline passed. Although the movie was long, it was very entertaining. I wish I could speak English as naturally as native speakers. The teacher asked the students to hand in their assignments. He left early so that he could catch the train. Even though he was new, he learned everything quickly. She didn't know that he had already finished the work. If I study harder, I will pass the exam next time. They helped each other when times were difficult. Although it's raining, I'm still going for a walk. He smiled, even though he was feeling sad. The results were better than we expected. She has been practicing English for many years. If you keep trying, you will definitely succeed. The teacher encouraged us to speak without fear. I didn't sleep well because it was too noisy. Even though he was busy, he found time to help me. She was so happy that she couldn't stop smiling. He didn't eat breakfast because he was in a hurry. By the time I got there, everyone had already left. Although she failed once, she didn't give up. He spoke slowly so that everyone could understand. If you listen carefully, you will learn faster. She didn't call me because she lost her phone. They arrived just before the meeting started. Although it was difficult, he finished the project alone. He smiled as if he knew something I didn't. She's been living in this city since she was a child. By the end of the month, we'll complete all the lessons. Even though I'm tired, I'll study for 1 more hour. He didn't notice that she was upset. Although the exam was hard, she passed with good marks. She acted confidently, even though she was nervous inside. If you practice shadowing daily, your English will sound natural. You've now completed all 3 parts: easy, intermediate, and advanced sentences. Great job practicing with me today. The more you repeat, the more fluent you become. Remember to come back tomorrow for another practice session. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking confidently. Thank you for joining me here on English by the Day. I'll see you in the next lesson. You did it. 210 practical, shadow-ready sentences from easy to advanced. If you repeat this full set for a few days, your rhythm, confidence, and clarity will rise fast. Thank you for practicing with me at English by the Day. If this helped you, save it and return tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs a confidence boost. Keep showing up. Keep speaking out loud. Your English grows every single day.